There are moments when listening to music or being in sacred spaces evokes this deep sense of spirituality, this deep sense of transcendence or awe. And we believe that sound plays an important part of that. The way the sound is sculpted and shaped by the space that it's placed in. So we're looking at the relationship between architectural space and musical sound and how they interact with each other.
Why is it that the same song heard in two different spaces can feel so very different? Professor Jonathan Berger and his team from Stanford University are exploring the role of architecture in helping to unleash the full aesthetic power of sound.
The place that we're going to study tonight was consecrated in 1436, but nobody's really ever looked at the acoustical signature of the space. And of course, the space is characterized by Brunelleschi's monumental dome. So in a very simple situation, the sound would go out, hit a surface, and come right back to you. But these architectural spaces are not simple. So the sound dissipates in many ways and comes back at different times. We like to think about rooms and spaces as musical instruments themselves, so that when someone speaks or sings or plays an instrument in a space, it's how the sound is shaped and sculpted in terms of the decay and the reverberation and the resonance that is transmitted through that space, so that the space becomes ultimately the characterizing musical instrument.
Studying exactly how an architectural space can do so much to elevate an artistic expression like music is where a bit of science comes in.
We use a 3D scanner to get a panoramic photogrammetric study and one that gives us what's called the point cloud of the space. One can think of the speaker as the choir and the microphone as the audience. We send to the speaker a sweep of a sine wave that goes from 0 hertz to way above the range of human hearing. So we capture the entire range of the entire frequency range. And that gives us a picture of the acoustical qualities of the space. We take balloons and we pop them, so it's called impulse response recording. So we send out this huge impulse of a sound that covers the entire frequency range. We put these two things together, and we come away with a model that allows us to oralize the space, to build a virtual acoustic space. We can recreate that space.
Spatial and acoustic mapping of sacred sites will give us new insights about the synergistic relationship between music and architecture, as well as experiences of transcendence.
We do hope to understand more about this sense of deep affect that people have when they hear a piece of music. The factor of space, the factor of the acoustics, is an underlying but super important factor that has sort of been left out of the equation.